IRS Internal Revenue Service Tax News dated November 14th, 2019. Taxpayer can find answers to questions about private collection agencies on IRS.gov. That's IRS.gov. But first, at our website at accountinginstruction.info, we do have a course that focuses in on the use of paper and pencil. In other words, a course that focuses less on the use of a computer. This course being ideal if you're someone that wants to be able to download the worksheets and download the problems, fill them out with paper and pencil, or if we are an instructor that would like to provide resources to students that do not have the ability to enter information into Excel with the computer at that point in time. Any course that's purchased at our website does support the content that we create. Please consider visiting our website, purchasing a course, support the channel, support the content at accountinginstruction.info. That's accountinginstruction.info. Taxpayers who are contacted by a private collection agency on behalf of the IRS might have questions about the program. These taxpayers can visit IRS.gov, that's the IRS website, at IRS.gov to find answers. There's a link to find answers here. There will be a link to this location in the description. 2 questions they might have. In fact, the better help these taxpayers, the IRS recently updated the private debt collections page. There's a link to the private debt collections page here on IRS.gov. These updates add more information to taxpayers whose case is being handled by a collection agency. The web pages include info such as the names and addresses of the collection agencies, how the process works, what a taxpayer should do after being contacted. Here are some things the taxpayers should know about the private debt collection program. The law requires the IRS to use these agencies to collect certain inactive tax debts. There's a link to inactive tax debts here. Before being contacted by a private collection agency, the taxpayer will receive 2 letters. 1, Notice CP40, there's a link to a CP40 here, comes from the IRS to individual taxpayers. Business taxpayers receive a Notice CP140 from the IRS. These letters tell the taxpayer their overdue account was assigned to a private collection agency, and 2, an initial contact letter comes from the private collection agency. This letter has info on how the taxpayer can resolve their overdue taxes. Both letters contain a taxpayer authentication number. It's used by the collection agency to confirm the taxpayer's identity. It's also used by the taxpayer to verify the caller is from a legitimate collection agency. The taxpayers whose debt was transferred to a private collection agency will be contacted by one of 4 agencies. When contacted, the taxpayer should make sure the caller is from one of the private collection agencies listed on IRS.gov. There's a link to the list here. The private collection agency will ask the taxpayer a series of questions to make sure they're talking to the correct person. The taxpayer will be asked to exchange a portions of the taxpayer authentication number with the private collection agency. This allows the caller and the taxpayer to validate each other's identity. More information below, and there will be links to that information here, links to this item in the description.